Okay, now now moving to tutorial 2, okay? Moving to tutorial 2, we are doing tutorial 2 starting from question 1. You are given that this equation has two roots. One root is 1 plus root 2, another root is 1 minus root 2. You are asked to form equation with this as roots. So what I can do is the equation is x squared minus the sum x plus the product. For quadratic, right, it's just like that, you know. So what I can do is x squared minus the sum, this gives you 2, and then if you do the product, it gives you minus 1. 1 minus 2, so it's minus 1. Right, so this is actually the equation for question number 1. For question number 2, again you're given two roots. The same thing goes, you know, x squared minus the sum x plus the product. The product of these two things gives you 3. Right, you can multiply these two, you know. You can multiply these two complex number. Right, if you take this complex number, you times this complex number, you do arithmetic carefully, you find that this is actually 3. Okay, maybe I show you here. 1 plus I root 2, 1 minus I root 2, right? It gives you 1 squared minus, this gives you 1, it's I squared, and 2, I squared is minus 1, is it? That's why it gives you 3. Okay, this line to this line is a simple thing like a squared minus b squared thing. So that's actually question number 2. Alright. Then in question number 3, right, you are given that 5x squared minus 3x minus 10 equals to 0 has roots alpha and beta. Okay. So the first equation has roots alpha beta, 5x squared minus 3x minus 10. Then it gives you a second equation. This second equation has these roots. The second equation is this. The second equation is 5x squared plus px plus q equals 0 has roots alpha square beta and beta square alpha. Okay, so you're given two equations and two set of roots, and you're asked to find p and q. So how do you do it, you know? So from the first equation, right, obviously alpha plus beta is equals to 3 over 5. Alpha beta is equals to minus 2. So let me tell you how I get this 2 again. The sum of the roots is minus b over a. The product of the roots is c over a. This is what I did, okay, to get alpha plus beta and so on. Then for the other equation, likewise, you do the same thing. You can then say that the sum of the roots alpha square beta plus beta square alpha is equals to minus p over 5. Minus p over 5, and then the product of the roots is equals to q over 5. Alright. Okay, so based on these, we want to find the value of find the value of p and q. From here, I can say I factorize now alpha plus beta is equals to minus p over 5. So this is minus 2 and this is 3 over 5. So therefore my P is equals to 6. Okay. And then for this one, right, for this one I can say that alpha beta cube is equals to Q over 5. That means Q is equals to alpha beta is minus 2, so it's minus, put in minus 2, okay? So it gives you minus 40. Okay, that's actually question 3. Okay, now we are going to do question 4. Okay, right, question 4. We are going to do question 4 now. I'm going to erase off this portion here. Okay, in question 4, you are given equation. Question 4, you are given this equation x cubed plus 3x squared plus 4x minus 4. Okay, so you are told that alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of this equation. So then, therefore, part 1, right? Part 1, to find the summation of alpha, which means alpha plus beta plus gamma, we know that it is actually minus b over a. Part 2, you need to find the summation of. So bear in mind, this is a notation, okay? This notation is for beta, sorry, alpha plus beta plus gamma plus alpha plus gamma times alpha, sorry. Okay? This is a notation for the sum of the pair products, and this equals to C over A. So it's 4 over 1, so it's just 4. And then thirdly, you have alpha, beta, and gamma. So this is minus minus I made mistake. Minus of D over A. So it's 4. So that's my part 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we're going to do part 4. Part 4. Part 4 is summation of the squares. Okay, let you recall, how do we go about finding the summation of the squares? Okay, for summation of alpha squared, remember there's this identity that we have used a couple of times. Summation of alpha squared is equal to this. It's equal to summation of alpha okay, so just plug it in. This gives you minus 3 squared minus 2. 9 minus 8 is 1. Then part 5. If you could recall, right, to find the summation of the reciprocal is minus the second last over the last. So it's minus 4. And then part 6. Okay, let me pause for you to think, how would you do part 6? Summation of alpha cube. To do summation of alpha cube, right? You want to know that, okay, remember there was a similar example in the notes. to find the summation of alpha cube, this one becomes minus 3 summation alpha square minus 4 summation of alpha plus what? If you can read my mind, this is plus 12. To help you recall, how did I get this line? You know? How did I get this line again? From here, right? From here, I rewrite this thing as x cubed equals to minus I put at first all the x's as alpha. Then I put all the x's as beta. And I put it as all gamma. Right. So after you've done this, right, you want to add them up vertically. This plus this plus this is actually this. This plus this plus this is actually this. This plus this plus this. Okay. And then now we are ready to plug in the values. This minus 3, 1 minus 4, minus 3 plus 12. 21. Okay, I get 21. It is part 6. So then, let me erase all this out and space. Part 7. Okay, part 7. Now that you know how to do part 6, to do part 7 is similar. Okay, how do you do it similarly? Alright, okay, now I can see better. Okay, now to do part 7 in a similar fashion, what you do is, in part 7, you are actually required to find the summation of alpha to the power 4. Right? So by the similar steps, I can write this thing as, okay, let's see, you can read my mind. This is going to be minus 3 summation alpha cube minus 4 summation alpha squared. If you can read my mind, I hope you can tell me what I would write for the last one. Right, this will be equals to plus 4 summation of alpha. How come this is the case is because, let me give more detail again from here, right? From here, you times draw by x. Okay, let me do it slowly. I times draw by x here, and I bring this to the right hand side. And then like the earlier one, what we do here is, you will put all your x at first as alpha. Beta. And then gamma. And then similarly, you add them up vertically. You add up these 3 terms, you get this. These 3 terms, you get this. These 3 terms, you get this. And this one, be very careful, no? It's not 12, it's 4. Okay? So with this in mind, now we are ready to put in the numbers. This is minus 3, 21, minus 4, alpha square is 1. Plus 4 summation of alpha is minus 3. So it's minus 63, minus 67, minus 67, 67, 79, minus 79. Yep, correct. Minus 79. Right, this is actually part 7. Now we'll do part 8. Okay, let's do part 8. Part 8 is VII. You're asked to find alpha plus beta over gamma square, beta plus gamma, alpha square plus gamma plus alpha, beta square. Right. So how do you find the sum? You need a little bit of trick, for this question. You need to make use of this statement. You need to make use of the fact that alpha plus beta plus gamma. Okay, let you have a chance to think how this ought to be done. For the numerator, right? I can change this to okay. I can replace all the numerators using this result. Then I can rewrite this thing as like this. Okay, I'm going to write in notation. Okay, let's see if you can understand this. The minus 3 over this, the minus 3 over this, and the minus 3 over this can be written as like this. And then this over this, and this over this, and this over this can be written as like that. Of course, the minus are all here, right? All the minuses are here. All the minuses are here. Okay, then how do you go on from here? Okay, from here, right, you want to rewrite this things like this. From here, you want to rewrite this thing as like this. Write this thing as summation of 1 over alpha square okay, this red color thing is a bit tricky, Yeah. You need to think through very sharply. How would I get this? How did I get that this is this? It is the similar idea that we had just now pertaining to sum of the squares, summation of the squares. Okay, let me tell you which statement you should think. Actually, it has to do with this statement. Remember, summation of alpha square is summation of alpha. Okay, it's a green color thinking, Just that in the green color, we are just working with alpha, beta, and gamma. Whereas now these are all the reciprocals. While you have this, correspondingly, this is actually the equivalent in reciprocals. Okay, then I'm going to erase this. Okay, I'm going to put the values now. To put in the values, right, you want to realize something. No? You want to realize something, okay? I'm going to create a space. I need some space, is it? I'm going to erase all this one, okay? I need some space. I'm going to erase this one. It's quite easy now, by now. I'm going to create space here. Okay. So I want you to realize that now, earlier on, right, if this is your equation, whose roots, this one, right, whose roots are alpha, beta, and gamma, I can now create another equation, which is minus 4 plus, sorry, right only. I can create an equation which is minus 4x cubed plus 4x square plus 3x plus 1 equals to 0 has roots. Okay, these are the roots whose equation is this. Okay, let me see if you can see. Okay, a bit. Okay, now can I? All right. Okay. So now to find this number, right? Okay, how do you find this number? No? Summation of 1 over alpha is minus b over a for this. Then the summation of the pair products is c over a. So now I'm going to put it in, I'm going to put it in. This is going to be, okay, let me see. This is going to be like this. Okay, minus 3. This fella is going to be minus b over a. So it's a 1. So it's a 1 square minus 2 c over a, which is minus 3 over 4 minus summation of 1 alpha is, okay, 1. Then now you can calculate this out. Let's see again. How much do you get? Okay, this gives you positive of 3 over 2. So this is 3 over 2, 5 over 2, minus 15 over 2, minus 15 over 2, minus 17 over 2. I get minus 17 over 2. Yep, it's correct, no? It's correct, okay? Then there's a part 9. You want to find 1 over alpha cube plus 1 over beta cube and so on. Okay. So to do number 9, what I intend to right now, the part 9, get the part 9, I intend to actually create space by erasing off this to the part 9. Okay? I intend to create space by erasing the side. Okay, for part 9 of the question, right? Part 9 question, what you want to find is actually the summation of you're asked to find the summation of 1 over alpha cube. Okay? Right, this is what you have to find. To find summation of 1 over alpha cube, right? To do part 9, again, you got to rely on this equation, this one, this results. Okay, how do you do it, Based on this equation, right? Based on the equation which has roots this, and this, I can say minus 4 summation 1 over alpha cube plus 4 summation of 1 over alpha squared plus 3 summation 1 over alpha plus 1 is equals to 0. Okay, it's the same concept we have learned previously. It's not 1. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Can you tell me where is my mistake? My mistake is actually the last number here. This is not 1. What should it be? It's not 1. Anybody can tell me? What is it? Yeah, it's actually 3. Okay, it's actually 3. Because you put all this as alpha, 1 over alpha, 1 over alpha, 1 over alpha, then 1 over beta, 1 over beta, 1 over beta, 1 over gamma, 1 over gamma, 1 over gamma, and then add up vertically is a 1 plus 1 plus 1. That's why it's at 3. So with this in mind, we can now put in the values now. This is what we intend to find. We leave it. Okay, 1 over alpha square, right? Summation of 1 alpha square. If you could recall, right, it was actually this calculation, which is actually here, no? So it's actually 5 over 2, right? Based on this calculation that I see, this summation of 1 over alpha square is actually was actually calculated here, and it's actually 5 over 2. This 5 over 2. 3 summation of 1 over alpha we found just now was 1. Summation of 1 over alpha, right, is actually minus b over a, since these are the roots, right? So summation of 1 over alpha is minus b over a. So now I calculate these things. I therefore can say that summation of 1 over alpha cube is equals to 1/4 of 6 plus 10, 16. So it goes to 4. Right, and that completes our question for part 1 to part 9.